This is a Celo Beats production.
Hello again guys, this is Nino from Nino's Product Reviews, and today we're going to take a look at the P300 tablet. It's a 7-inch tablet from FunTC. As you can see, the package doesn't offer us a lot of information, but I've already gathered that for you, so I'm gonna tell you that this is a dual SIM tablet. That means you can insert 2 SIM cards inside and a SD card to expand the storage. We're running Android 4.4 KitKat. It has a M6592M quad-core processor with 1.4 GHz per core, and GPU is Mali 400. The ROM is 8 GB and the RAM is 1 GB. We're talking 7-inch screen. IPS net native resolution is 1280 by 800 and a 3800 milliampere battery, which doesn't sound like quite a lot for a tablet, but it actually gets us through the day easily, since the phone itself is not very demanding. But we're gonna get to that later. Let's take a look at what's inside. Besides the actual tablet, you see we have a charger. It's the UK model, so UK charger, a charging cable here in white, and that looks like, yep, it is a hands-free device and headphones. You know, you can speak through these headphones. And here we have the cover. Now this one comes with a very nice flip cover, and I'm going to show you how it's applied later. I think it's very nice, but I'm not using it because I prefer the device like that. And the way it looks like, there's nothing under. Oh wait, there's something that looks like a screen protector. Yes. So you're gonna get a screen protector. This is something that's very typical for Chinese manufacturers, since these devices are not as popular as, for example, iPads and etc. You're not gonna have that much third-party support, so they're gonna provide their own screen protectors and everything in the price included, which is very nice because you're not having a Gorilla Glass here on this device. I did mention that we have micro SD card support and of course 2 SIM cards, which makes it essentially like a very big 7-inch mobile phone. You open it from here, but how you open it is actually something that I want to show you, because it is a bit hard to open. You got to be kind of careful. It feels like I'm gonna break it, although it's also very durable. You know, earlier I was kind of struggling and fighting it. As you can see, it takes a bit of power. You got to be careful, but then it snaps off. Putting it back on is very easy, but taking it off is quite hard. It reminds me a lot of the old Kindles, you know, the Model 1 and Model 2 Kindles. They used to have the same kind of opening, although most people don't know that because they probably never opened the Kindle. So I did mention that it comes with a cover. You saw it. I'm just going to simulate how to apply it, because it comes with this adhesive stripe here. You need to remove it, and the cover can be bent, and thus making it also into kind of a cradle. You got to be careful how you apply it, because the adhesive is going to stick to your device, and in essence this is how it will hold. And I've actually used such covers. They are very reliable. They hold very well. When you remove them, it is extremely rare that there's some residue on the device, but it can be cleaned. However, you should be careful. Now, as you can see with this device, the back is not covered completely. The reason for that is because the buttons are kind of on the back end, and you can bend the device. Like I said, if I had actually glued it, it would be held like that, and you could use it as if it's on a cradle. The front is completely covered. Time to start benchmarking this tablet, and it works very well. I'm gonna show you the first game. It's called Aralon, and it's essentially an RPG with well, I would say an open world, but it is not exactly open. It's more like simultaneous tubes connected into each other. I'm fast forwarding here because I'm gonna make the character, and that's just boring. You don't need to watch that. And here's the game actually, and you can see it has some flames. You know, their character models are fairly good. So this is not a game that you could run on a very weak device. Most moderate device would even have problems with this, but this actually handles it very well. I don't see any stuttering, I don't see any slowdown. As I've always said, this is not a flagship device, so we're not going to benchmark it with an actual benchmark like Antutu, but we're actually going to try to simulate everyday situations and see, is it enough for you to use it to play games, to, you know, do everyday stuff. And as you can see, this game works just fine. I have absolutely no problems, absolutely no slowdown. Okay, I'm playing it like a dumbass, but that's a different story. The game is just being supported. Look, everything's fast. I'm very happy with this result, so I'm about to move on to the next game. Alright, so the next game, if you watched some of my other reviews, you're gonna recognize it pretty quick. It's the Bard's Tale. I'm not gonna go into too much detail what the Bard is all about, but it is one of those games that really strains phones and tablets alike. I'm gonna show you the performance settings. Everything's set to the highest possible setting right now. This is excessive. The game looks just as good if you play it on lower settings, but I've set it high just to benchmark this. Now this game is actually heavier than Aralon, and it is quite possible that if there's a lot happening on the screen on this setting, you're gonna get some slowdown. I can't guarantee that because I haven't played this game. I mean I've played this game way too many times, and I won't sit down on this device and play through it again. But like I said, it has many settings. You can always adjust it. From what I see here, it really runs well, so I'm gonna move forward. This was the second and last performance test that I'm gonna do on this device. I'm very happy with it. It's handling everything I'm throwing at it very, very well. Alright, so we're gonna take a look at the camera of this device, and as every device from a Chinese manufacturer which is cheap, I've come to find out that these are usually the cut down when it comes to cameras. They have to save somewhere, and that's usually where they save. So the camera works, it's there, but it's no gem. You know, if you're imagining yourself taking awesome selfies and panorama pictures, better go get yourself a proper camera or use another phone or something. This is not the right one for you. So at the end of the day, should you buy this device, yes or no? The short answer is yes. You should buy it if you're looking for one like that, especially if you want one with 3G support, with a SIM card support. This is a great option for you. It's very cheap, and it has, like I said, 2 SIM cards supported. I tried speaking over them. It's essentially like a huge phone. The other party could hear me well, I could hear them well. Everything works just fine when it comes to SIM cards. The thing that I don't like is the volume rocker and the power button. Their position is very awkward for me. Perhaps I'm just not used to it, but it just doesn't feel right when I press them. But it's something that you won't end up pressing too much. The camera is bad, but everything else seems to be really well, and the positives, you know, the pros definitely outweigh the cons. So I would definitely go for it if you're looking for something like that, and you probably won't be disappointed. I would like to thank you for watching my videos, and I wish you a great day. See you on the next one.